My sister and brother outside there, the thing called marriage is a sacrifice in both sides. They can be a man or they can be a woman. It's a sacrifice. If you get married to someone like you're a woman, you get good men, say thank you for what they God put you to get good man, to be partner with that man for rest of your life. Say thank you, God. If you are the man, you married to someone, they love you, and you're responsible, say thank you, God. More than 85% married is already a problem going on in the marriage. And for the end of the day, especially we are the women, it's not any woman outside there, they want to go from the husband and they can be by herself. That is responsible. Until you having problem and you went through person for years and you try to handle it. Sometimes there's thing called limit. If you are limit enough, you don't know how to avoid it. You don't know how to handle it, you're gonna decide. You say, you know what? I'm done with that marriage. And then especially us, like we are African or particular Southern Sudanese, more than 85% people that are suffering in the houses, even when they have men, they are suffering. But it's not about if you have the problem with your husband and you do divorce or you get a separate with that man, don't think like the old people, they're gonna be a separate or they can get divorced. Everybody handle the problem in different way. Some people, they can handle that problem for the rest of their life. If you found one like that, handle it. Handle your marriage. Be strong and just be patient and handle it for the rest of your life. If you find someone is a decide, they don't know how to handle the problem with the marriage, don't think like the person upside there, he just went a separate, is not a good person. No, my sister and brother upside there, no. For marriage process, marriage, that is a sacrifice. A sacrifice. Especially us, we are married with some people from somewhere, just the love, one they connect you with that person. If that love is not working like the way you dating with that person, then it's going to be a different story, upside down. And sometimes we say Arab marriage is wrong. Believe me or not, Arab marriage is a right marriage, because you can marry your cousin, you can marry your uncle's son, or your uncle's daughter, your auntie's daughter, or your uncle's son. You can marry. You are married within the family. If something happens like that, it's going to be a solution to be solved like a family. It's not gonna be solved the solution like a marriage, because it's still you are staying a family. Even that marriage is not go anywhere. You get divorced with your husband, you still, that family gonna remain like a cousin, uncle, and auntie. And we say the Arab marriage is wrong. But for me, I think so the Arab marriage, that is the best marriage. Because don't think like Arab, they don't have the marriage problem. They're having the marriage problem, but they solve the problem because they are family, and then they solve that problem with that two people in the way, let them remain a family. You see them like they don't have no problem, but they're having problem. But just us, like an African or Southern Sudanese, If something happened like that to your sister or your brother, don't think like a joke. It's not a joke. My advice to anybody, get separate with the husband or get divorced with the husband. If you are the husband, you divorce your wife, you better be close to your children. Be close to your children, because the problem only you and your wife. We have to adopt the American system. See the American system now here? American, even they get divorced in each other. If they are together in one place on their children, they acknowledge their own self like they are divorced or they are separate, but still they're gonna pretend like nothing happened. Let the children know like at least the mother and father is agree. But we are like a South Sudanese people. If something happened like that, it's going to be a brainwash to the children. We thinking like they thinking like they wanna be a winner. You are not going to be a winner, because that baby, they stay in your wife womb for 9 months, and that lady bring that baby out. The baby know like this is her mother. Just for the end of the all, if you are already like a lady, you're doing the same thing the men doing, that is confusing. You're confusing your children, and you think like you're gonna be a winner. Nobody's not gonna be a winner in that case. So our children outside here in abroad, if you get married to someone, be strong to be responsible for your wife, and your wife, you be responsible for your husband. Here, just like you have to agree for everything. If they can be bill, they can be whatever, just you have to agree for everything and continue to establish a good life, more than the life you see from the parents. You know, because your problem, they're gonna be more than our problem. You are already grow here, your children is gonna be American children or Canadian children or Australian children. For the end of the day, if something happen like that, you have to agree with your wife and be patient. You have to be like a father, even you divorce or even you're separate, you have to be a father for that children outside there. One. Second, you are like a young generation, you need to know and try to create something they can make you just understand each other. Things like that they can know happen for you guys, because here you divorce somebody else or you separate with that person. If you're having children, you're gonna be under child support for rest of the last baby gonna be 18 years. If you have like 4 children, all of them young, if you are the woman or man, all of you are in trouble. So the only thing just people they have to handle to know wrong thing and bad thing. And don't take the problem for the married, make the man or woman have limit to make decision. You need to realize there's something wrong, sit down and solve it. And just you have to agree. If you say sorry to your wife, you're not gonna be die, because this is the problem. And then you are the lady too. If you already know you are taking from your husband, right? If you say sorry to your husband, you are not gonna be die. But our men, they don't know how to say thank you. They don't know how to say I'm sorry. This is a big problem for our men, especially Southern Sudanese men. They don't know how to say thank you, and they don't know how to say sorry. Sorry, even you have a big problem like what? If you say sorry even in the court, your case is going to reduce the charging. So sorry is a word of peace and happiness, and you understand your problem. And you say sorry. And you are not gonna be die because it's a problem. You did it wrong, and you call for forgiveness because of this. You know? So the marriage is like that. Some people is still controlling the marriage, continue controlling the marriage. Some of them is decide to be separate or divorced. It still is your sister upside there, or it still is your brother upside there. You know? Share my video if you like it, comment.